Welcome back to the Bluechip Breakdown, Vols fans. I'm your host, Bull. In today's video, we will be breaking down a film of Lagonza Shaedy Hayward, four-star safety, listed at 6'1", 205 pounds, from Toombs County High School down in Lyons, Georgia. That is in South Georgia. For those of y'all that did not know, he's a top 100 player. But let's take a look at all of the offers that he had. Our Volunteers was able to beat out Georgia and Florida to land Lagonza. And I can tell you right now that he is the stone cold truth. I've told you several times before that I feel like he might be my favorite player in this entire class. Very excited to go ahead and jump into his film. All right, so on the first play, we have him playing as a kickoff returner. And the first thing that you're going to notice is how good of an athlete he is. Like Pete said earlier, very fluid, very smooth in everything that he does, but he has great straight line speed for a guy that's 6'1", 205 pounds. He's definitely rocked up, but that right there should kind of set the tone for the rest of this video. Now he's playing in the lane, he's playing at safety, and it looked like that might have been covered too, but the way that he comes up and feels once he sees this pass is beautiful. That's exactly what we want out of our safeties. We've been talking about this for so long on this channel that we need safeties that will be enforcers, especially in the SEC. Now he's playing on a one high look before, maybe more of a strong safety look here. Looks like he's playing more a little bit free, and boom, does the exact same thing. So it doesn't matter if he's playing free or if he's playing strong. He can make things happen. Here on special teams, where he could be contributing at the most, as a true freshman, you have to love the way that he gets downfield with speed, fights through the blocks, makes a very solid fundamental tackle. He's a football player. He's a dog. He's a stud. Love what I'm saying so far. Now he's on offense. That's a little stop and go. And what I love here is what he's tracking the football. Looks very effortless and natural catching it. That is beautiful. Now we are back on defense and he's playing at safety. And it's kind of like a strong safety position, but the way that he comes down right here is beautiful. This is why he can also play a linebacker, okay? Boom, comes down, feels very well, but I still think maybe third level might be his best spot. But we are evaluating him as a linebacker and a safety player. Here, back on offense, catch the ball out in space. This little move right here, it's very subtle, but watch it again. Boom. Look at that. Puts his foot in the dirt, changes directions with absolutely no effort put into it. It's just natural for him, like we talked about earlier. Very, very natural athlete. Here back on offense again, spread out wide. Let's see what he does once this thing gets rolling. Boom. Okay, so kind of goes in on almost like a slant and go, but you have to love the simple fact that he's just able to be an athlete and he fights through two people to make that catch inside the end zone. Big time play for his team. And again, we're seeing him tracking the football. The good concentration goes up, high points it. Very good hands, but that's important because a lot of times people think the secondary players don't have good hands, but you need a guy like an Eric Berry, dare I say, that can come up and make those interceptions. Give the ball back to your offense, if nothing else. But he's a guy that you can tell by the way that he operates with the ball in his hand in the open field that he will be able to make people miss on the interceptions and maybe take it the distance. That's going to be really, really big as we're going through the rest of his film. Tough catch right here. So it doesn't really matter if the ball is thrown perfectly, if it's high, if it's low. He's going to make a play. Now, right here, starts off playing at like a strong safety position. This is almost at linebacker depth, but you like what you're seeing here. He's watching from the opposite side of the field, making sure nothing comes back across his face, but he sits down in a nice spot. Like we just talked about, he will make you pay if you throw the ball in his direction. That's what you have to have in the SEC, in playoff football, in today's day and age, college football. Boom, goes up. Again, man, extremely high-level athlete. Watch this again. Boom, goes up, high points it. Good job staying up under that route as well. You can tell that he's watching the film. He understands what's coming to him. Some of it just might be natural instincts. I think that he's just a very natural football player. It's rare that you find someone that's this natural, but he is offense, defense, special teams. One of the more natural players that I've seen, which is why I love his game, and I'm very excited about him coming on home to Knoxville. Now, they're facing a spread formation. You don't see a whole lot of this in college. I like what I'm seeing from him just as far as his read stats. Boom, boom, boom. I'm reading, I'm watching the quarterback. Comes up quick and is able to lodge the football out of the wide receiver's hands. That's beautiful. That is high-level stuff. And I think that he will be able to translate that from high school to college without a doubt. Here's just showing that straight line speed, able to run right past people. Very excited to see what he's going to be doing once he gets up on campus. Right here, playing at the third level, and he's playing it like a linebacker. So you see that he's playing inside out right here, okay, which is what linebackers are taught to do. but he has the closing speed, and he also does a really good job of kind of fighting through this traffic. It's not a whole lot, but you can just tell that it's there for him without question. So he can beat blocks with his speed. He can beat it with his strength as well, doing the exact same thing right here. That is absolutely beautiful. Like P said, it's like you're playing on Madden or EA Sports College Football 2025 in Road to Glory, playing with the player that you have created. And this is about the way that things should look. And that's what we said about Eric Berry coming out of high school many, many moons ago. But this is beautiful. I love him as a hybrid. I think that we can stop it right on that note. Let's go ahead and jump into his grades. All right, so starting off with Shady's athleticism grade, we've seen him taking it the distance on offense, defense, special teams, and he has great ball skills. Looks very good in and out of his transitions. Just a very fluid and smooth athlete. I'm gonna give him 5 stars in this category. Next is gonna be toughness and physicality. We see that Shaedy is very willing and able to come up and make plays by getting off blocks or using his speed to get around blocks and making good sound fundamental tackles. He's dislodging the ball from the offense. I love what I'm seeing from him. Again, whether it's on offense, defense, or special teams, very high level athlete. I'm gonna give him 5 stars in this category as well. Now for Shady's run stopper grade, looks very natural here as well. Scrapes through on the second and third levels just like a linebacker would, but he has the quickness and the speed and the wherewithal to get up and make the play before it can really get going. I love that about him. Very sound as far as his tackling. Again, he can use his speed or his strength to beat blockers, and he's going to fill those lanes and those gaps. He's just a dog through and through. I'm gonna give him 5 stars in this category as well. And finally, for Shady's pass coverage grade, we don't see a whole lot of clips of him in pass coverage, but whenever he is in pass coverage, you can just tell that he understands what to do. I mean, he has an assignment and he's going to execute it to a T. I love the way that he gets in and out of his breaks. His transitions are beautiful, has great hips. We've seen that several times. He's such a good athlete that I don't need to see a whole lot of film from him to understand that he's going to be absolutely dynamic as a playmaker on defense in pass coverage. I'm gonna give him 5 stars in this category as well. Now to recap, Shaedy Hayward's grades, we gave him 5 stars as an athlete, 5 stars on toughness and physicality, 5 stars in run support, and 5 stars in pass coverage, which brings his blue chip overall grade to 5 stars. And this is an absolute and total dog. I love his film. I told y'all for the longest time that he might be my favorite player in this class. There's a few actually we have signed in this class that are kind of pushing for that #1 spot, but it's okay for it to be a tie amongst 5 to 10 people, whatever it is. But I love Shaedy. I think that he's going to have a great opportunity to come in and play early, probably inside the secondary, but he could also play at linebacker if we feel like we need him there. I like him the best at star just because that's that safety linebacker hybrid, and that's probably where we're going to get the most bang for our buck. And Shaedy would also get the most bang for his in that position. So very excited about this one. I think that he will end up seeing a big bump in his ratings before it's all said and done. Either way, y'all, as far as how he's going to be fitting into our system and how much he will be able to contribute early on, I would say that he's 5 stars across the board. But let me know y'all's thoughts down in the comment section. And as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share with your friends, family, and other volunteer fans. We'll see y'all on the next one. Thanks. Peace.